And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, bringing you Hasu in the yellow trunks. He is playing Protoss right here on the Terminus Re versus his opponent Cloud. In the bluish trunks, he is playing Terran.
This is definitely going to be an epic game to end this series. Really, and the winner of this game will be going into the winner bracket final.
Oh, yeah.
Which is a great situation to be in. You don't really want to be going down to the loser bracket. You don't want to have that disadvantage when you come up to the grand final, being a game behind. And this is surely going to be a really, really epic game. Great map. I personally love this map for every matchup, not just because I'm a Zerg player. Every matchup, really long, dramatic games, and especially in these locations they've spawned in. And I'm pretty excited to see this game.
I'm looking forward to it, folks. I really, really am. It's going to be good, and what else could it really be as far as I'm concerned? It's going to be absolutely fantastic, and Cloud is going to have to pull this one back. We're just watching the APM bar right now because, you know, it's fun to see it go back and forth, a little bit of APM battle going on right here. 300 right now. 300 for Hasu. Will we see more than 300? Drops down to 200, and there you go.
It's like a tug of war.
It is. That's exactly what it is. It doesn't really matter in any other way, honestly. Nobody cares. It's the start of the game, but it's nice to comment on. So, what do you think that Cloud can really do here? I mean, do you expect Cloud to go full fast expansion this time again and just try and get that economic dominance over his opponent, get into his comfort zone?
Yeah, I mean, I want to answer that question and make myself look cool, but it's already happened as Cloud comes down here with the SCV. And we'll be placing down an expansion, knowing that this is a very large map.
14 supply.
I personally love it.
I love it, absolutely. I saw it the first time in the Fnatic tournament that he ended up winning, and in the matches that he played against Show, he beat him that way. And I love it. It's extremely gutsy, but on certain maps, it works very well. And at this point, Hasu, of course, losing the coin flip completely. He's got far positions right now. It's going to take him ages to get there, and Cloud's going to be nicely set up. He should be able to deal with this without a problem.
Yeah, I mean, he could have gone into Reaper Expo, but on this map, it's so big that you can most definitely get away with it. And now the barracks has been started. Going to be a little bit longer to get that orbital command up, but like we know, he's going to have these 2 orbital commands. It's going to give him a lot, and Hasu does scout this, knows exactly what's going on. And now his decision is, what Hasu needs to think about is, am I going to try and kill Cloud? Will Cloud have a good defense? Or do I just try and expo myself? And he puts a second gate down, which is, you know, hinting a little bit towards a little bit of aggression.
Yep.
He's chrono boosting out the warp gate as well. And we're going to have to see where this probe goes. Actually, he's got to be careful. Cloud might lose an SCV on hold command on the Expo. And wow, that is not what you want.
No, that's delayed the bunker as well, so that's not going to happen. Cloud's going to have to surround that and deal with it. The probe harassment is good right now. Very good indeed. Can't be all that happy about that. It has delayed the bunker, of course, losing an SCV. Not great at all. A slight economic disadvantage for him. Although I feel he'll be able to catch that off quite easily.
And now Cloud actually decided to go scout. I mean, he didn't scout early because he spent a lot of resources on this. And now we are going to have a pylon being placed down, Total Biscuit. And I wouldn't be surprised, is he going to go for, I don't know, it looks like he might just be using like 2-gate Expo rather than going all out 4-gate. I don't know though, because a lot of units should actually know. Wait, I'm like trying to find out at the same time. No, he puts down another gateway. And what is Hasu thinking?
What is he going to do other than try and apply pressure? I mean, we're not seeing a 4-gateway here, surely. I mean, it doesn't look like it, certainly.
No, it looks like he's going to expand behind this. And I actually don't like Hasu's play. I just think he should have gotten expansion up a lot sooner. And Cloud, as you can see, he's going to be so far ahead in terms of his economy. I don't think he's going to be able to get any pressure away either. The bunker's done. He's got 4 barracks up now. Well, almost up. Stim has started. Oh, Congressive Shells actually going to be first.
Congressive Shells.
Yeah, Congressive.
Very political, folks. Congressive shells as opposed to senatorial shells, which are not very effective.
Nice scan by Cloud.
He gets it. He gets it. He knows what he's doing, folks. As we've seen before, this map, it's very easy to take your 3rd base on. Hasu now starting to warp in units, looking to apply some initial pressure. We'll have a look at the army size right now. It is in favor of Hasu by a fairly significant amount. and I would be concerned about this pressure coming in right here. There is a Marauder in there. The concussive shells is not quite finished, but it will be in a minute. He's going to have to pull SCVs. He's doing a good job pulling it. The repair is looking good right now. Here's the focus. He's going to lose a few SCVs on this. He should be able to do an awful lot of damage. He needs to focus fire on the Stalkers more so than anything else. There we go, driven away. A good solid defense there by Cloud.
So smart. I love Cloud so much. I mean, he pulls SCVs, repairs, and even sends them back without taking too much damage. As soon as the army, the fight, starts to tilt in his favor, instantly goes back. Really smart, decisive play by Cloud. Hazyob's followed up with a little bit of pressure, but not going to be able to do anything. And that's what basically Hazyob's plan was. He wanted to go 3-gate before Expo and just do a little bit of pressure, get some kills on SCVs, but he didn't. That's the thing.
He got a few, though.
Well, he got a few, but not enough to tilt it in his favor.
Yeah, he got 7, but then again, that's the thing. It's a Terran player, isn't it? You know, mules, and just how quickly he expanded right there. Should be able to rebuild that. We can have a look at the army count, and as indeed, Cloud is right back in there. No problem at all. Even after losing 7 SCVs, right back on the field. He's not worried about that. Missile turret coming down as well, just to make sure that no Dark Templar or any kind of air comes in. Not that you'd expect any air right now, but certainly Dark Templar would be a very real possibility. So it's smart by Cloud. His economy is rolling. We can see the income comparison. He is certainly getting there. He's now slightly ahead of Hazuobs, and then he's in his comfort zone right now, I think.
+1 armor being started by Hazuobs, as well as +1 attack for Cloud, and Stim is not too far away from finishing. And I feel that Cloud's going to be putting a lot of pressure on when Stim and +1 finishes, moving around the map. And at the same time, what do we have in Hazuob's base? Not really too much, just adding gateways. So we're going to see kind of gateway style. Doesn't want to add the robotic facility on yet, so we'll have to see how he decides. Cloud, at the moment, I feel that Cloud's a little bit ahead.
I would agree.
And when you're ahead, especially in StarCraft 2, when you're ahead, you just have to... It's up to your opponent to tilt that in his favor. Yep. I mean, you just continue with the rest of your game. You just play it out because you're ahead. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to change anything. Yep. So it's up to Hazuobs to tilt that around. And we do see the Twilight cancel being researched. And Hazuobs has been favoring Blink Stalkers a lot in all of his games in this tournament, so I wouldn't be surprised if he does have that added on too.
I don't really blame him, honestly. His micromanagement is absolutely fantastic when it comes to the Blink Stalkers. They do really help. Now, what I will say as well is that Cloud is absolutely falling back into his comfort zone. We've got another engineering bay up, we've got the armory on its way, and he's going to go upgrade heavy, as he absolutely loves to do. And Hazuobs, it doesn't tend to go, but certainly in the Protoss versus Terran games that we've seen, he hasn't really gone heavy into upgrades. He does quite a lot in the matchups against Zerg right now. I'll have to see when Cloud actually decides to expand. Continues to simply add to his army size. And his army supply is certainly slightly behind right now, but I wouldn't be too concerned. That's now actually shifted immediately in his favor. Good big spawn from him. He's got +1 attack finished, +1 armor also finishes, so that's cancelled out right there by Hazuobs. +2 is on its way, +1 armor for infantry as well. He'll keep that rolling. Marine shield on its way. Stim already gone. It's perfect. It's what he wants. And Hazuob's now putting down his third base just a little bit ahead of Cloud. Cloud just hanging back. He's ready to deploy when he feels like it, and there we go.
I absolutely love the timing of the armory. It's actually insane how he did that. He built the armory to finish the same time as +1 attack finish, and instantly built +2 for attack. Very, very nice.
He's very practiced.
And now we have like this kind of army for Cloud coming out here, and it's a like decent size where he can start to build pressure and put pressure back onto Hazuobs, who's gotten in this third up. But Hazuobs does have a lot here, and I don't think Cloud can do anything in terms of trying to kill his opponent. Can definitely go up there to start harassing, just putting the pressure into Hazuobs, and he has a nice scan, sees the amount of zealots and so on, and up comes Cloud with this force.
Scouting factory on its way as well. He will see the third base by the looks of it. Primarily a zealot force, a little bit of a split right here. A Stim could do reasonable damage to this, especially with the concussive missiles, able to hold it back. He actually hasn't scouted the third yet, but he will. There we go. He's now into the third base. A pushback, a blink, loses the medivac. Cloud didn't pull back quick enough right there. Second medivac's going to get sniped off as well by the looks of it. He needs to leave immediately, and that was a little bit of misjudgment there by him.
Yeah, looking to do a little bit of pressure. I don't think he really expected Hazuobs to have blink like that and get that damage onto the two medivacs. A little bit of a waste by Cloud, and does see that the third is up and running and starting to get saturated as he moves down to his own third base. The thing is, right now, Cloud has these two engineering bases. It's going to be ahead in upgrades, and we've seen that in previous engagements they've had, where Hasu does have good upgrades, but he only has the one forge. And so upgrades are going to be a little bit slow. He's at 1-1 now, and +2 armor just starting. Whereas you compare that to Cloud, +2 attack is just about to finish, and +2 armor has already started.
Yeah, he's looking for this window, and you can see that he's pushing forward with it as well. We of course we will see +3 later in the game. +2 armor will not be complete. I think on Ghosts as well, and Cloud looking once again to start applying pressure. His medevacs are back up on the field. He has an army supply advantage. He has an upgrade advantage. +3 now started. Now would be the time to go for it, honestly. He needs to exploit this window.
Yeah, he's going to be moving around the map. It's a very large map, so we don't really see too many engagements all the time. And he needs to find out about this robotics bay, which has just been put down, because he's going to switch up now into the Colossus. He has a double robo, so he can start getting out a lot of Colossus 2 in parallel production at the moment. But the thing with Cloud is he has 2 starports, both with reactors, and as soon as he sees it, can really fast change to Vikings. And actually, he doesn't even see it. Actually, no, he scans. I was going to say, Cloud is so good.
Cloud is Professor X right now. You can see he's actually reading Hazelup's mind. But to be fair, you'd be kind of expecting it around this timing, surely. You might as well get a few Vikings in the mix. There's nothing wrong with having a few Vikings. You can do all sorts of things with Vikings. They're multi-purpose. In the meantime, Cloud going forward. Hazelup needs to get the hell out of there immediately. A stim push could get it. He could, but he blinks out of it, so that shouldn't worry him too much. He's also got a ship weapon upgrade coming up for Cloud. He really does love those upgrades, does he not?
Upgrades are going to win him this game if it continues like this. +3 is being researched. +2 armor just about to finish, and like you mentioned,
this is perfectly timed, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, he might try to poke in a little pressure here, but there are a lot of zealots. I'm not sure if he can do damage here.
He looks for it anyway, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen, pushing in right here. The engagement has been started. Stalkers at the back are not taking an awful lot of fire right here. That's what I would really be concerned about. Those upgrades do help. The zealots have been devastated. Cloud actually does have a significant army supply advantage. However, the Colossi are now on the field, so he's going to have to pull back just a little bit. He can't deal with those just yet.
Really nice by Cloud. And basically what that attack was for you guys, just to explain to it, is that he knew the timing of the Colossus. He knew they wouldn't be out yet. And so he went there and did as much damage and broke that Protoss ball down so he doesn't have to fight that later on. If he hadn't have gone in there, all them zealots would still be there. All the sentry energy would have been up, and a lot of Stalkers still there too. Combine that with, a few minutes later, he's going to have Colossus in that mix. And brilliant timing, really wearing Haslup's down, and now he's happy with himself. He's in lead. He's just going to pull back, and now upgrades are really starting to pull for Cloud. We got +3 armor being researched as well.
Yeah, +3 weapon is about to finish. He's looking to time another window going in right here, and it will absolutely help. Only just started on Protoss ground weapon level 2, and I wouldn't be too concerned about that at all. Army size is looking good. He needs to deal with the Colossi. He was not expecting that. He was producing Vikings. He went in there. The Colossi did get onto the field, and he was a little bit concerned. He now has a much heavier force of Marauders, actually, 27 and 18. He tends to favor this later on in the game, especially against Protoss, which makes perfect sense. Using this push to cover a 4th base, and that makes perfect sense. His Viking count is extremely strong right now. He should be able to rip through those Colossi, particularly now he's got ship weapons. A quick blink from Hasu right there into the line of it, and that was very smart by him. The battle is joined once again, and that Marauder count is going to make a huge amount of difference. He's trying to rip through those Stalkers. He's doing a pretty good job of doing so. A little bit of micromanagement, however, army count is still in favor of Cloud right now as he rips through those once again. Colossi going to take it out. That's going to be pretty major. An additional warp in right here. Cloud is still pushing it. It really is. Zealots are annihilated very easily. Hazelup's forced to pull back immediately, and he's going to concede that 4th base as well.
Very smart play by Cloud. He is on form. He told me he was, and he is playing it out now, and he is so good. A counterattack is being run by Hazelup's as well.
This could be the final nail in the coffin of Hazelup's right now. He's really going to have to pull something particularly special to defend against 25 fully upgraded Marauders right into the natural expansion of his opponent. Minimal line getting devastated right here. Nexus going down. Pylon going down. So much blood. He's not even bothering to defend against it because he knows he doesn't have the numbers right now. Trying to warp in as many units as possible. Looking to try and get a +2 finish. It's not going to matter. Good game, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. Cloud takes it, and he continues right here in the winner's bracket.